Hi, this is Ann Kennedy from SES New York 2011, and I'm here talking to Rob Garner from iCrossing and Dwayne Forrester from Bing. And we're talking today about where to next for search. What's coming in the next 5 to 10 years? What do marketers need to know to prepare? So let me start with Bing. You've always been on the forefront of a number of things over at Bing using the research that you gained. So what do you think, the message you would give marketers that they should do?
Yeah, I'd be seriously considering investing in rich snippets for your websites. We really want to know what your content is, and the more detail you can give us on that, the better you can tag that stuff up, the more useful it is for us. On top of that, the old chestnut, content is king. You give us quality content, we respond with love. That's where the future is.
And what about linking?
Oh, please keep linking. We love it. But keep it organic, keep it inside your articles, and keep it with relevant text and relevant anchor text. It really does make a difference. Don't try to game the system, because we see all the patterns.
And the most powerful links that you have or that you like are the ones that are embedded in the content. Is that right?
Absolutely. Organic links that are actual links that a user can use while they're inside content that is to related content. That is the most powerful thing. It's a very powerful signal for us to look at and say, wow, this content must be related in some way.
So we're in an industry that is awash with change, but you are assuring us that these things will not change.
It's a signal, part of almost 1,000 signals we look at, and it always varies, but links are a staple.
And great content.
Absolutely. Goes without saying.
Well, we said it anyway. Rob, from the agency point of view, how do you think marketers should prepare for what's coming in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, we talked about a lot of fun things that are happening and changing, and things like search algorithms going into the physical world and starting to become more touch points within our everyday lives. I do think, however, though, that a lot of it's going to stay the same. We're going to still be doing our core SEO practices of maintaining our assets. Creating great content is a core of that. I think we've just begun to see the way people are going to start ramping up. It's going to get a lot more competitive, so therefore we have to be more engaging with our content. We have to really take more time to research our audience and provide the right asset, the right information that they're seeking on a regular basis, and then really do that on a major scale, on a massive scale, if you really want to be competitive. And of course, with great content does come great links. If people are talking about your great content, if they're using your content, they're going to pass it along. And as of the last couple of years, I think social networks have really ramped up closer to real time in terms of content dissemination. So it's not like in the 90s when you published your content and then you would try to get people to come to it through links from other websites. It's really passing through networks from one person to the next very quickly. And that's getting an immediate traffic gain, but it's also helping for your long term by setting other external signals from social.
Do you think that the networks, the social networks, are going to be more important in passing referrals around?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I believe eMarketer came out with a stat not too long ago saying about 90% of people are using a social network regularly. So as they're using these networks, they're going to be sharing content. Whatever it is they're talking about, whatever it is they're reading is going to be a part of their online experience, and they're going to want to share that with others. So it is going to be a core signal, I think, with all the engines, at least from what we're seeing, and I have seen it in terms of the relationship to the content and the sort of vote towards a client's content in terms of serving that up.
It seems that Bing has formed a relationship with Facebook, so obviously you have some thoughts about social as well, some confidence in it.
Yeah, social is another one of the great signals we're looking for. Historically, people are looking for things. If you look at reviews, for example, we started with popular reviews a number of years back. That was kind of the big signal to people. Then we moved on to expert reviews, where known quantities, known names in an industry would look at something and offer their opinion. And today and in the future, we're moving more toward trusted reviews. We're moving toward who your group of friends are and what their influence is on you. And we're looking at those signals to really understand, like, well, if you trust that group of people and they're giving you a strong signal that this movie is a thumbs up, then maybe we should be serving up a result to buy tickets, because you're likely to go to the movie.
That makes a lot of sense. So how about augmented reality? We didn't talk about that, but how far in the future is that before we can just point our mobile device around a neighborhood and get all the information overlaid?
That's an awesome question, and one I don't have an answer to, but I'll tell you, I am on a list to have my email chip embedded soon and behind my ear.
That was my next question. Are we all going to be walking around with chips behind our ears or have our eyeballs scanned?
Well, that's an interesting question, isn't it? I've heard that is some development of devices around certainly implantation in glasses and things like that, or some kind of piece that would just leverage the simple technologies of algorithms and the internet to our everyday lives. Our cell phone is probably the best piece of gear and implantation. It's not implanted, but it's certainly, I think, attached to everybody's hip these days, and it is a form of augmented reality in the ways you can look at things. I love a lot of the shopping apps and the way it's extended and basically leveraging search in retail, finding restaurants, finding things when you're out and about. That is a form of augmented reality, and I use it every day. And I think that more people are going to be using it every day in time. We're going to see a greater adoption over the next 5 to 10 years.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Dwayne. Rob, for talking with us today. This is Ann Kennedy from SES New York signing out.